little bit of discomfort in your day to day lives, either organically or something that is intentionally manufactured, may actually be a good thing. I was just thinking through the other day when you read through descriptions of people who have been successful in different fields, including business or is sports or the arts. You often come across certain common themes that they describe themselves of having undertaken to reach to that stage. And most of these descriptions include a tremendous amount of sacrifice, a tremendous amount of hard work, a tremendous amount of time spent way outside their comfort zone to achieve the things that they have achieved. And this kind of makes me think that as humans, we are wired to take the easiest path. We are wired to work towards reaching a sense of comfort, fulfilling our Maslow's hierarchy, having a sense of security in every aspect of our life. And that's what we are working towards. But that sense of forcefully pushing yourself to be inside a comfort zone, in a sense, contradicts the aspects described by these successful people. So I strongly believe that those who are ambitious and those who tend to succeed perhaps push themselves or put themselves in situations where they feel a certain sense of discomfort, and that discomfort could come in the form of social situations, doing things that you might not normally do, for example, sales or cold calls. And that could also come in the form of personal sacrifices of short term comfort, for example, going to the gym early in the morning every day at 4 a.m., or changing the way that they eat their meals in order to achieve a certain level of health or mental clarity. So these are very small examples that often gets categorized as self-discipline, self-sacrifice, and are often described as means to show how strong of a willpower you have and how strong of an ambition you have. I think, especially for entrepreneurs, for founders, it gets tricky at times where you are in your startup in a constant state of flux, a constant state of taking risks time and time again, and a constant state of inevitably worrying about where your next customer will come from, or worrying about if your employees or if your team members are happy, and worrying about where you will find your next investor amidst a sea of rejections and criticisms that you would inevitably be subjected to. So, in this flux of uncertainty and unknowability, it is natural for founders to seek comfort in any way they can. But that sense of comfort might be counter to pushing oneself to do things that they might not normally do. So it is my theory that a lot of people in this world are naturally gifted to do things um, that orient them to be more successful. For example, some people are naturally inclined to wake up in the morning and go to the gym every day without any external motivation needed. Some people perhaps may have the ability to memorize things faster or learn things faster than normal people, and hence they might not have to push themselves that hard to achieve. But I believe that most people, including me, fall in the category where we are normal for most of the situations. We seek comfort, we seek security, and we will often have to really push ourselves day in and day out to do things, to sleep a little less, to read a little bit more, to take that extra steps to push yourself outside the comfort zone for the well being of your startup and for the well being of everyone around you. I think that's what makes normal people extraordinary. It's not having naturally gifted aspects, but it is having to put yourself day in and day out in a position of discomfort so that you may at some point achieve something. And regardless of having the sense of achieving something, I think it is the sense that you get of after you put yourself in that state of discomfort, that you feel that you have actually worked hard and you feel good in the short term, ironically enough. And I think that's one aspect that is usually described by lifestyle gurus or even religious figures, where they strongly encourage a sense of self sacrifice. They strongly encourage a sense of looking out for others as opposed to working only for your pleasure or your satisfaction. And that in some way results in greater fulfillment and greater joy for yourself. Especially as founders, I think it is important to for everyone to recognize what that level of discomfort can actually be, because that discomfort, if you go beyond that limit, you might actually burn yourself out. It might actually be counterproductive for you. But then once you know what that level is, you can push yourself every single day to reach that stage of discomfort, so that you work harder, you achieve more, you inspire others around you, seeing how you push yourself going out every day. One example in my case would be making videos like this. I get criticized almost daily. I get strange comments from people commenting on every aspect of the way I speak, the way I look, and the things that I say. And that's to be assumed. But even more than that, even though I may be deadly scared of speaking in public or even to a camera for that regard, um, doing that, I think, has helped me establish more connections with way more people than I would normally have. And even if I have, in any small way, positively impacted the lives of anyone who's watching this, I think I would have, that makes me very, very happy, even though I may not know it directly. And I think that's just one aspect of knowing the fact that you can always push yourself to do things that you might never have thought of doing, and you have to keep doing it day in and day out. You have to keep pushing yourself. You have to take those rejections in the chin, fall down and then stand up and do it all over again. I think that's one of the reasons, one of the life lessons that translates very well in the instance of being a founder or being an entrepreneur. So I just wanted to share that with your